ending show for the KILT studio. So who do we got here in the audience for Career Pathways? Yours truly and
Producer Cheyenne.
And then Psyched.
Yeah.
Who's here for Psyched?
Hannah. Corey.
All right, and then Clueless.
Hannah. Oh, my bad.
It's okay. So who's here with Clueless with
Hannah.
And Mia.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're professionals. Tyrese, who you going to be associating yourself with everyone or?
Clueless, some couple commercials, and then just anybody who wants to film here and there. So
he's the utility player, and then last but not least, the Ayatollah of rock and rolla.
Kenton Adler, Celtic Crossroads, and today's hot new country, Beaver 105.
You did a stint as a DJ.
I did a stint as a country DJ on Beaver 105. Yes, I did.
All right. Well, then
years ago when I was in grad school.
Okay, so take us forward with a little DJ voice. You know, what we kind of ask. What's a question? Or here, I'll circle back. Highlight of this year. What went? What was something that went really well for you?
Today's hot new Celtic.
Yes.
Celtic Crossroads. I think just building the listenership and doing some things along that line. We were talking just before the broadcast. This will be my 70th show this evening.
Yeah.
Been going for about a year and a half now, and just keep cranking out the Celtic tunes.
What about Psyched?
Starting our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, starting it this year. I think we finished with 13 episodes. I want to say maybe 13 or 12.
Yeah.
We will release 12.
12, yeah.
We skipped that one.
Yeah, because we did skip. We'll release 12 this year. Yeah, and we have a lot of cool stuff planned for next year already.
So you haven't covered all the mental illness out there just yet? There's
No.
more. There's a lot more to come.
There's so much.
Stay tuned. All right.
There you go.
Well, we started our podcast. We made it really big. We made it in your classroom.
Yeah.
It was like pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And we have some episodes to go. I got to work on editing them, but stay tuned.
Build up the audience anticipation. You got one when did it drop?
Okay, we had one drop yesterday, and then we filmed last week, and then that's probably going to drop this weekend because I'll have time to edit it. I'm really excited.
Whoa. Yeah. Cheyenne, any highlights for you for Career Pathways?
Well, I became head producer.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you, Jason. He's out there somewhere.
He's dilly-dallying in France.
Yeah. Anything else?
What? Yeah, no, psyched.
She's our head producer for Science.
And one more show.
Well, for As the World Turns or Burns.
Yeah, you've been there. That was probably one of the things Career Pathways, we just kept, motoring along. And then, having As the World Turns or Burns with Kieran O'Keefe and Brendan Connell was you've been bored all season long, right? With us just getting all politically geek. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But it's great because Kieran, if you talk about the 1798 Alien Enemies Act that Trump is using for deportation, of course he's going to tell you when, this is the date that it was enacted and by what president and all. And so, you had all these history hot takes that were kind of cool. Career Pathways, Kenton, one of the highlights. First time bagpipes were here in KILT studio. That was
and
pretty.
It was loud.
It was
They
pretty
were dry and squeaky. Yeah.
It was epic. And then get a teaser for the audience is I think one of our best shows is going to be released next week.
Sometimes next week.
Oh,
I'm still working on it.
What is it going to be about, Cheyenne?
It's the nursing podcast.
Just fantastic. It was basically, it was like 30 minutes of just friends just having a laugh fest, talking nursing. I mean, there was a lot of actual nursing stuff, but it was just, 4 people just having a good time. I mean, it was I just sat behind the board. I just loved it. It was just good stuff. All right, we have a couple farewells. People that are going to be leaving. Who are they?
Me, I'm going to be leaving.
Okay, to go where?
Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas.
Yep. Okay, Tyrese.
And I will not be far behind her, going to Tarleton State University also.
All right. Yeah. So we tried to get them to stay. Does that school have an award-winning podcast studio?
Not that I know of, Pat. Not that I know of.
Yep. Does that student studio have just the ability to do impactful social media posts? Yeah.
Not like Big Cat.
Yeah. And then, Kenton, what was the question you asked?
I want to know if they've got a pipe band, and Tyrese assures me they do not. So I don't see the attraction there.
Yeah. But there is one good thing. Where we have 2 that are sadly leaving us, we were able to at least keep.
Mia.
For now.
No, that's yeah. I thought it was a package deal, a complete package deal, but.
Me too.
Yeah. All right, but no, that's all right. What are you guys doing during the summer, Mia?
I'm interning at a vet clinic and I'm working.
Really? Where at home or here in town?
At home.
Where's home?
Little Rock.
All right. You thinking about then applying to our vet school?
Mm-hmm. That's the plan. That's the goal.
All right. How about you, Hannah?
I'm going to go back home in Texas and work.
All right. Doing what?
Probably at the snow cone place
All
outside
right.
the grocery store.
Snow cones, cool. You guys know Riley Bullard?
Yes.
Yeah, did he ever talk you up about he always works at the Dairy Queen back home? No. Oh, yeah. He's ask him sometime, that's his whole thing. Kari?
I'm going to be taking classes and maybe an internship.
Okay. All right.
I will be taking classes as well, and I'll be actually here on campus for most of the summer. I'll go back home for like 3-4 weeks out of the summer. But I'll be working here at the Batesville School District, their preschool, for the summer.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So, really?
Yeah, with the littles.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. Yeah.
And I'll just be doing a lot of stuff here over the summer. Car and I will be doing a lot of planning for Psyched for the next year.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, coming up in the next 2 weeks, I'll be going to Europe for a couple weeks.
Where in Europe?
I'll be going to Poland and Lithuania.
Okay.
So, and then after that, I will be taking classes and working and going back home.
So working, you're going to be a nurse back home, or?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to passing meds and stuff. So with the old people.
Oh. I thought that sounded illegal for a second.
No, prescriptions for the people in the old folks home.
Okay.
So.
Oh, it's back to legal.
Completely legal. I'm licensed.
All right, Kenton.
Well, I'm a year-rounder here at Lyon College, so I don't have summers off, but I will take a couple of weeks of vacation. No trip to France this year, but we have the Scottish Arts Summer School coming up the 8th through the 13th of June, and we'll have a couple of the world's top pipers. Willie McCallum's coming over from Bearsden, Scotland, and Jack Lee from the Simon Fraser University Pipe Band in Vancouver will be here to teach for a week, and we'll have people coming in from all over the U.S. to take classes with Jimmy and them. And I will be working with the pipers from the Springfield, Missouri KILT's pipe band at Central High School. Or they're not a pipe band, they're a drum and bugle corps, but they have pipers.
Right.
So I'll be working with them when they're here for the week. Looking forward to it.
Tyrese.
I will be coaching summer camps.
Football?
Just in general strength and conditioning.
Okay.
And I will also be trying to find an internship just behind the camera again.
Yeah.
Hopefully get back on the set or get behind another podcast. Unfortunately, not as good as this one, but,
No, but
hopefully find me
Tyrese,
a good second place.
You have a talent. I just hope you find something that kind of filmmaking that you can do that and make short film or whatever it is. You're going to be great at it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you remember, Kenton? We're the two old heads in this conversation, but chicken fat. Do you remember the when he was talking?
I do not. Chicken fat. In what context? I mean, I like chicken fat. Like
No,
as a cooking.
it was
aid, but-
when I was in elementary school. I was in elementary school. They had the president decided he wanted to make all the country, physically fit.
John Kennedy. Yeah.
And so we would have this. It was like the Chinese. You know how they do calisthenics in the morning. They would get us up, and then they'd have the song that, get up every morning, or what's it? Stand up every morning 10 times, not just now and then. Give that chicken fat back to the chicken, and we were basically, it was like this forced calisthenics, that
I
they.
do remember that presidential initiative to get everybody back in shape, but
Yeah.
we lived in Colorado. We were too cool for chicken fat, so.
Yeah, I guess Detroit, we were all into it, but why I went there, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, well, anything else before we close out another big season?
Thank you guys for all that you do. I tune in and check out the podcasts and follow what KILT's up to, and it's great. I think what's going on here is something that could be a model for every school in the country.
Yep.
And I think, there are probably some who are jealous that you do what you do.
2 years ago, when I remember making the pitch, at our cast, trying to win, an award, did lose first place to that, a single mom with depression, didn't stand a chance, but nevertheless got second place, got a couple hours of studio time. Jason, Gavin, and we went in, saw how it was done, and then we kind of built it from there, and kind of what we have here had some missteps along the way, but all in all, here we are. Now we got a couple shows going in. I just hope next year, more students get the bug like you guys, because that's been it's been great just seeing what you guys have created. And Hannah and Mia definitely intimidated me, because our podcast looks so lame next to yours. It was excellent. It was flat. I've told you more than a dozen times. I mean, I love it, and I just hope we get more shows. I mean, Kent, we've never had the opportunity to get you here in the studio, but you're definitely part of the family.
I was with the radio station before it became the KILT studio.
Yeah.
I started there, and it's what I do is strictly audio.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier for me to do that with my setup at home. I've got it set up all the time. I can sit down if I need to record voiceover stuff if there's a problem. And I do run into stuff sometimes where a copyright issue pops up, and Roddick is able to get in touch with me ahead of time. I can go back in there with my software and edit that song, remove it completely, go up and change the narration that I did, and redo the whole thing from that point on if necessary. But yeah, it's easier for me to work out. I call it the lovely peacock room, because I've got a stained glass peacock up in the big window right over to the side of me, and I got my mic set up and my audio set up and ready to go. So
don't give Kari and Hannah any ideas. They're already hitting us.
We need more decoration.
They're already
Plants,
starting to wear me down.
More lights, warm lighting, air conditioning.
A live bear might make it exciting.
Yeah.
So much fun. Or like a bear statue right there.
All right.
Yeah, holding. We could dress it up like a psychologist.
Got it.
Go.
Yeah.
Cat trees, more cats.
Of course.
You need some kittens. I know.
We need some kittens.
Yes. A couple divas have been born. Yes, indeed. But all well and good. Well, so just everyone, so farewell.
Peace out. Bye.
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 Peace, love, and understanding.
Bye.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Lyon College and by KILT Studios.